Hi, Jeff Price here from Triton Motorcycles in the UK. I've had a number of requests to do a video on how to de-restrict the E4 Triton 50 and 125, the Zhenhua 50 and 125, and the Bullit Heritage 50 and 125. All these bikes use the Rojo ECU and fuel injection system, which is EU restricted, and we do a kit which replaces the restricted ECU on both bikes, both 50 and 125, and on the 50 the restricted inlet manifold. This is the inlet manifold, this is the ECU. The restricted manifold on the standard bike, as you can see, it's quite a decent sized restriction. We do a smooth bore kit which has no restriction in it at all. This has not just been drilled out or anything like that, it is a factory manifold. So the ECU that we do is a 13,000 RPM ECU, which has had the speed restriction removed, and it has a sports map on it. So with the 125 it would just be the ECU, because the 125 has no restriction in the inlet manifold. With the 50 you would get the inlet manifold and the ECU as a kit, and these are on our website. If you're going to be changing the manifold, obviously the throttle body ECU, everything needs removing. The fuel injection unclipping, you've got to remove the fuel injector, and you've got to remove the fuel pipe, remove the 2 bolts, and then replace the manifold. With the 125, obviously we're just replacing the ECU. I'll go through what you have to do to replace the ECU. You unplug the 2 plugs at the top, 2 electrical plugs at the top, so you take them out. There are 4 retaining screws on the back, which you can access from the other side with a screwdriver, or some of them are cross-edge screws, some of them are Allen headed screws, so obviously it varies from bike to bike. Once you've undone the screws, you simply take the ECU off. You've got to be careful here, there is a very fine rubber seal. Do not lose that rubber seal. It's important that that seal is in place when you replace it, because there needs to be a vacuum in there and it needs to be weather sealed. So do not lose that gasket. Obviously your new ECU will just clip straight into place, and replace the screws, tighten it up, plug it back in, and you adjust. Once the engine's started and running, you would adjust the idle using this. When I say idle, I mean the tick over. So obviously if the engine will not tick over when you let the throttle go, you've got to make adjustment to this screw. The best way to do that really is when you remove your old ECU, have a look to see how far this thing's sticking out here, this little stub sticking out here, and basically your new one, you would have it to match. That way when you put it back, screw it down, it's not going to be that far out. But that's all you are adjusting really, is your tick over. And that's it really. The plug and play, you don't have to do anything. It's all you've got to do is make sure that you fit them properly, and then adjust the tick over. There's no ripping out any wiring, no messing about. So I hope this has helped, and and any issues, any requests with regards to whether or not these will fit your bike, email us. Not a problem, just email us. Go onto our website, which is www.tritonmotorcyclecompany.co.uk, and you can email us from there. Okay, stay safe.